If you couldn't already tell, living here in Canada, it can get really cold. I'm talking, the other day I went through my old drawer, had to pull out my rosary my grandma gave me a long time ago as a little kid at church, and give a little prayer because you never know which morning might be your last here in Canada. It's really that cold. I try to wake up between 6 to 7 a.m. every day, and if I have a little extra time, I try to warm up the car, but if I'm being honest, most times it's just me rushing to the gym. All in all, I think it's a good thing to wake up early. I think it's a great way to start off your day, and I find myself being more productive when I wake up at this time. I don't always do this, but I start today off with some cardio, about 10 minutes at 8 speed, and I might have to start doing this more consistently because your boy was kind of tired. Here's the upstairs section of the gym. Today we're going to be hitting chest and back. I mainly go to the gym for the discipline aspect, but I'd be open to counting my calories and maybe even getting a trainer sometime. Here's the bottom floor view. I prefer to train in the morning just to get it out of the way, and because there was this one time I went in the afternoon for a shoulder and arm workout, and there was like 5-6 people at one machine, bro. I didn't even do the workout. I just called it a day right there and went home.
Welcome to Cooking with Cruz. We're starting the day off with some breakfast. I usually won't eat anything until around 12 p.m. My eating habits aren't exactly the best, but I'm working on it. Would love to try some new breakfast recipes. Let me know in the comments. Yes, I struggled to open those eggs. I said we was making breakfast, never said it would be good. Clearly, I am not no Chef Ramsay. Bruh. Gonna spin this around a few times, that should be all right.
Right guys, so this is pretty much a typical breakfast for me. You got the oats, put a little bit of milk in there, cinnamon, banana, apple, some eggs, and I'm just about to eat this up and get to work.
Yeah, we're in Barbados. Listen to the blow.
So this right here is pretty much the rest of my day. I try to work until around 6 p.m. Anything later than that is pretty much just overtime work for me because, well, there's not much else to do really. And I wanted to take this time to speak about my YouTube account. This isn't something that is going to be my main focus in my life right now. The main reason I'm making this video and possibly future videos is really to document my life so I can look back at these videos and see how far I've come. And I also want to see what a day in my life would have looked like at 22 years old. If you guys have any suggestions of what you want me to do or what you guys want to see, let me know and I'll do my best to deliver exactly that. And yeah, I would really appreciate anybody helping me out, giving me feedback or any ideas. I would really appreciate that. Before I move on, today was actually an insane day. As you're about to see, I had a lot of work to do, so much work, bro, that needs to be done. And I had an appointment, I had my boy's birthday, and my cousin invited me to sub in for a football match because he needed some players. And my cousin, he's helped me out a lot in my life, so of course I'm gonna show up and help him out too. Alright, I don't want to bore you guys too much. Let's get back to the video. When you work from home, I notice it's easy to get distracted, which is why I took my MacBook to a Starbucks so I could focus on my work. I bought this really good but overpriced sandwich. The ambience was nice and I ended up finishing the last bit of work I needed to do. This location also had a drive-thru, which was pretty convenient too. At this point, I'm in a rush to finish everything I need to do. I have a meeting at 6:30 and the party starts at 8 o'clock. Luckily, I already came with my fit before I left the crib because otherwise there's zero chance of me making it on time. As you can see, nothing too crazy. Hilfiger vest on with the Timbs, something light, you know? Normally, if today wasn't such a crazy day, it's around this time that I would have been exploring the city and trying to discover new spots. Sometimes it's nice to take a break from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and go for a walk. But I'd be lying if I didn't admit that I almost caught a cold, and thankfully my pinky didn't freeze and fall off because it was seriously cold. Just look at the weather right now. I don't know what's going on, but this is crazy. I need to move. I also found this really interesting spot. I was tempted to go in and buy some food until I remembered that I was kind of in a rush. Let me know if you guys would ever want to see some restaurant reviews, or if you know of any good spots. I'll be sure to check them out. Just make sure you keep it between us, cause I'm gatekeeping that. Now I'm leaving for Mississauga to meet up with my boy. This was actually the first time I've ever been to this location. The restaurant was called Red's. Honestly, it wasn't too bad, and it had a really nice vibe to it. I really wish I could have recorded some more footage for you guys, but we were just in the moment, and so I didn't really get too much time to be on my camera like that. Now I'm headed for the game. The location of the match today was all the way in Vaughan. I had to get there as fast as I can. By this time it's about 11 p.m. The game started at 11:13. It's one thing about Vaughan, man, let me tell you, these Italians, they take it really serious. At least one time every game there's some type of fight. They're trashing the refs. There's a lot of botting, just like you saw on the screen right now. But yeah, I mean, you know what? Competition is fun, so I don't really want to complain, right? I had a really good time. We ended up tying, I think, 2-2 or 3-3. All in all, it was a pretty fun time. Nice to see my cousins, and every time I'm back on the field, I always get this adrenaline rush and want to start training again. I'm not sure what point of the video we're at right now, but it's been a really eventful day, all the way from the start of the day, our wake up time, to eventually driving to the gym and making breakfast, to serving breakfast, to eating breakfast, work, you know, going to cafe, finding new places, going to the restaurant, playing our game, and overall it's been a pretty productive day. I'm really happy with how everything went, and glad that I was able to document what life looks like for me at 22 years old. This is gonna be really cool to see when I'm a lot older, so I'm really happy for that. But I think I'm gonna end the video here. I got a lot of editing to do, so I'll see you in the next one.